Welcome back to the second part of this ride, just going over that cattle grid down from Barbondale and heading off now towards Barbon village. And as you can see, it's a bit more gentle now with the stone walls and a bit quiet road still, of course. And Barbon village has a rather nice church in the perpendicular style, apparently, with a lich gate, so very attractive. Sunshine too. Oh, I do love these little lanes. I'm glad you can join us for this second part, and we'll be heading through Barbon village quite soon, and then out onto the A683, which leads from Sedbergh down to Lune, and then up over Hutton Roof Crags to Burton and Kendal. Full name, but the locals call it Burton. Just dropping down this part, and there's the church. We are blessed with some beautiful churches, aren't we? This country. Lovely little village, this. We'll probably actually stop and have a little wander around, examine in detail, I think. Especially on a sunny day like today. Just over on the right behind those trees is Barbon Beck, which just runs under the A road. When we come to the junction, it's just on the right, and then that leads to the River Lune. Runs down and it joins it before it reaches Devil's Bridge. Just to the right there, that's the little bridge. Barbon Beck goes under, and then the Lune passes under Lune at Devil's Bridge, and which is great meeting place for motorcyclists weekends, and then it heads off towards the sea, as most rivers eventually do. So yeah, here we are on the A road, which relatively quiet. This is midweek. Expect too much traffic on it, perhaps. Maybe at the weekends you get a bit more. The next village we come to on this road is Casterton. I say Casterton, but I imagine it should be pronounced Casterton, because in the north A's are said with a short A generally. Grass and Bath, whereas we southerners we say a long A, grass, and the city of Bath. It's pronounced that way. This road's actually in rather nice condition, as are many of the roads up this way, apart from the roads in the towns now getting very bad and just not being maintained, also because vehicles are much heavier than ever they used to be, and the roads do take a pounding. They've never really been designed for those heavy vehicles, have they? This is Casterton, another lovely little village actually. So, out of the village, through Kirby Lonsdale, and now heading off towards Hutton Roof Crags. Before we reach Hutton Roof Crags, of course, we have to get to the village of Whittington, and at Whittington we turn off right up onto an unclassified road. This is the B road, which runs from Kirby Lonsdale to the A6. When we reach Whittington, it's quite a steep climb then up to Hutton Roof Crags. This road actually is quite heavily used. It's quite a cut through from the A6 to Kirby Lonsdale and onto the A65 at Kirby Lonsdale. But we'll be turning off quite soon, and then we'll be taking that unclassified road, which is far less heavily used. We won't drop down to the village of Hutton Roof because you'd have to if you want to go to the crags, to view the crags, but we'll be passing through there down to Burton in Kendal. Along this road, the River Lune is now over on our left-hand side, some way off, about 3/4 of a mile. So we don't get to see that. We're just coming into Whittington now. Because this road's more heavily used, it's not in such good condition. So off to the right now, and this is where we begin our climb. And Whittington has a rather nice church on the left hand side, which we'll pass soon. Just there on the left. bumpy here, always has been. I've never really sorted that out. Once we get in, there's a very tight right-hander, and it, which is a bit further on, it gets a lot better. So another one of these roads that a few of us know about, but not that many obviously, or prefer not to take this route. I think car drivers prefer to stick to B roads and A roads and motorways. Good luck to them. We two-wheelers, we like our quieter roads, away from the hustle and bustle of life. Well, this one does anyway. Hutton Roof Crags, for those that don't know, is limestone pavement, and there are fantastic views from up there. The limestone pavement is created by acid in the rain, and that eats into the limestone, causing sort of fissures within the limestone, and within those fissures you get very small little plants growing, which are a unique microclimate and environment. On our last first part of this, I did actually say that there was going to be a bit of space in the garage workshop, and that might possibly be available for another motorcycle. But of course, the more I thought about it, the more I think about it, I think, no, I only want the one bike, and this Hunter does all I want, and it does it in a way that I like. For example, I do like the idea of having a fuel gauge, having run out of fuel quite a few times in the past on motorcycles. And also I like the, not so much the gear indicator, that doesn't really bother me, but the neutral indicator is quite useful, I've found. And I do like the fact I can see that speedometer, because it's not one of these, I don't know if they're LEDs or what they're called, TFTs, I'm not sure. Anyway, this is what I call a proper speedometer, although it obviously it's not driven off the gearbox or front wheel or back wheel or anything like they used to be. It is electronic, but you can see it very easily no matter what the light. So no, stick with that, stick with this bike. In fact, since we were last chatting, good friend Ted, that's Bay Bimbler, has taken Spitfire to have its MOT test, and of course it passed. Should do, shouldn't it? It's only 3 years old, and it's now fit for the road. It's all taxed, and so yes, be able to ride again soon. That's good. Please, looking forward to that. So thank you very much, Ted. Brilliant. And of course, talking about riding again soon, for some reason, I don't know quite why this is, on my phone I keep getting these YouTube channels pop up, recommendations. Now they're all about psychology and psychology of motorcycling, but not just motorcycling, but also I think originally the YouTube channel I looked at was something called Nous Psychology, N-O-U-S Psychology, and it was, I will put a link to that on the screen in a minute. And why it intrigued me was because it's about how people that like to repair things and not just throw them away have a different mindset, and why they think the way they do. Now, I am one of those people. I absolutely loathe throwing something away that, apart from a small problem, well, hopefully a small problem, often it's not, of course, it takes ages to repair, but when you've done it, you get tremendous satisfaction for having done so. That's how I am. Now, he does explain this in great detail about how we think differently, we people that do that sort of thing. And it was fascinating to see that insight into myself, and it might strike a chord with you too. So I will pop it up now on the screen. Right, well, there you go. But that led, of course, to these other psychological channels that, and they're mostly about motorcycling. There's one about why we prefer to repair a car by the side of the road. Well, I don't. Some people do. But also, why we ride a motorcycle. Now, I don't think we really need to know why. We just do. We love it. But it was interesting just to look for a little while about the way that we motorcyclists, we just love to ride a motorcycle, much prefer it to driving a car, when we could be driving a car, of course, couldn't we, in the dry. And but it's not about that, is it? It's about being one with a motorcycle, and I think we all know that. We've always known that. We don't need to be analysed about why we do it. You might have noticed on the thumbnail of this particular ride that the machine is actually the Dapper Grey Hunter, and we are actually on the Dapper Grey, and this was noticed by our good friend Roy Ball in Auckland. Hello, Roy, and well done. Yes, we are on the Dapper Grey, and I do miss that bike. When I look at that thumbnail, the picture of that bike, it has lovely clean lines. I'm sure you other Dapper Grey owners out there will agree with me. And I'd also like the other one I like is the one that Dave Marasimoto has, which is the black. Now, they have changed the colours of the Hunters, haven't they? And in fact, I don't actually like many of them. Don't like the red tank version. I think it's called London Red. Don't like that. So no, we'll stick with our Spitfire Rebel Red. That'll do me. Yeah, that's a keeper. I'm not one for change. This, he says, having owned a Volkswagen Beetle for now, 45 years, something like that. Only my second car ever. I mean, I have had a couple of camper vans, but no, in terms of cars, no thank you. Keep the Beetle. It's simple. And of course, I can repair it myself. All right, at least I used to be able to. I'm not going to be diving underneath the under the bonnet anymore. The bonnet, if you call the back end of the Beetle the bonnet, I suppose you do. Anyway, we're coming to the end of our ride now, aren't we? We're coming into Burton in Kendal, passing by Home Farm here. So yes, I have enjoyed this run. Another favourite, of course. They're all favourites, aren't they? It seemed to be. So yes, we've been doing a bit of planning where we're going to be riding when we can ride again, and so hopefully that's not going to be too long now. So keep an eye on the channel, and I'll let you know as soon as we're out riding again, and there'll be a video from it. So that'll be good. Looks like it's going to be a nice summer. Actually, it's certainly been a nice spring, so we've got some really lovely days, and but occasional bit of rain, and water's good. We do want the road washed off. We don't want them all greasy and slick. So yeah, I hope you can join me for those, and thank you very much for joining me on this one. It's been a pleasure, and really look forward to sharing more videos with you in the future during the summer months and into the autumn. Well, we're not actually at a spring yet, so yeah, there's plenty to look forward to. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me on this one, and we'll see you again soon, I hope. Bye for now.